Scrooge's chain is getting longer and longer and longer and longer, and Marley can see it and needs to come to him and tell him, now you gotta treat people better, because it's gonna affect you on the other side. Because I'm on the other side and I can see that, and I actually want to help you, because me being on the other side, if I help you, it'll help me. Welcome to our latest video. Today we are actually going to start a new series again. We haven't finished the other series, but we're going to start a new series, because it's Christmas. And we're going to start a series on Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, actually, and breaking it down into a spiritual sort of way. Before I begin though, if you could just like the video or subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. That way I can know what content you want to hear and what videos that you are enjoying. And it helps me to better serve you. And we're going to start with the first ghost, which is not the ghost of Christmas past. It's Jacob Marley. We're going to start with Jacob Marley because actually Jacob Marley comes up in my readings as a verb. You can Jacob Marley this. Jacob Marley was, if you have not read the book, seen the many, many renditions of the book in movies, TV shows, like, good gosh, if you do not know who Jacob Marley is, where do you live? Mars? Anyway, Jacob Marley was Scrooge's partner, and Jacob Marley comes to Scrooge from beyond the grave to let him know that he has actually made it so that three spirits will be visiting Scrooge to try to save Scrooge's soul. That's what Jacob Marley is coming to do. Now, first off, that is an incredible thing for someone from the other side to do, and in fact, they do it all the darn time. They are constantly trying to let us know of our folly. People on the other side are always trying to get a hold of you to let you know what they can see in front of you that you are not seeing, or they can actually help you to see how your actions are similar to theirs, and how they have been there and done that, made those mistakes, and they don't want you to make them too. The other thing that Jacob Marley actually represents is actually the reason why he's doing this for Scrooge. And I see this all the time with people on the other side. So we're gonna start with Jacob Marley's first appearance to Scrooge and how it frightened Scrooge so incredibly much that Scrooge doubted his own senses. That's not what I thought I was going to start with, but that's what I'm going to start with. He actually calls Jacob Marley a bit of underdone potato. He believes that he can't possibly be seeing a spirit from the other side, a person who is dead, because nothing logically in his mind tells him that he can't. So it sends him into a bit of a tizzy, which it will do for us. And in Charles Dickens' book, Scrooge goes into the tizzy and pretends he didn't know about it, even though he does know he knows about it, and goes to bed. In your real life, what you do is, or what we tend to do when we do actually get visits from people from the other side, is actually, we become overwhelmed like Scrooge did. We actually make it a very, very, very emotional time for us, and we actually will tell ourselves that's not what's happening, and we'll try to logic it into something else, which really, you're just building something new to be upset about if you do that. So, like Scrooge, what we tend to do when we get visits from people on the other side is be fearful of them, be afraid, and because it's unknown, and to doubt it completely and absolutely. The second thing that Jacob Marley was supposed to, or the thing that I see Jacob Marley as representing, is the need for people to come back from the other side in order to have us we'll fix things for them. Actually, that's the way the sentence wants to be told, so that's the way the sentence is going to go. Jacob Marley actually represents that people on the other side that we are related to, that we are, well, see, because Jacob and Ebenezer were not related, but other than each other, they didn't have anyone. So by that idea, I can put them into a relation, I guess, because, well, Scrooge was Marley's chief mourner. He also lives in Marley's house after Marley dies. So yeah, it's kind of like a family thing, a passing on, and their business was actually kind of their legacy. That's the thing that they thought that they were bringing into the world. So therefore, it's almost like their family in DNA, but it's not at all. So for these purposes, just suspend your disbelief a little bit on the DNA thing, because when it comes to your people on the other side, when it comes to real life, actually what you do for you, how you actually lift your own spirit, will help the people in spirit on the other side. Just like Jacob Marley's trying to get Ebenezer Scrooge to actually see what a poophead he is, so that he can change his ways, so that Jacob Marley isn't actually in such a terrible state on the other side. When Jacob Marley leaves Scrooge, he goes into the alley where you can see all of these spirits trying so very hard to help this woman and this baby in the freezing cold. Why the heck didn't Ebenezer just let them in? But whatever. In the alley, they're all trying to help him. I see that. I see people from the other side and their need to help us in our journey here as part of their penance on the other side. That they didn't do that great of a job when they were on this plane, so now that they're on that plane, they have to help us to do a better job, and then that will actually raise their position in the other side, because there actually is positions. There actually is not so much a hierarchy, and I do say hierarchy a lot, but it's more of a spiritual levels, of comfortabilities. When you figure things out, it's just like here. When you figured out living here, it's actually a lot easier to live here because you can make yourself more comfortable. It's the same thing with the other side. Now, the third and final thing that I believe Jacob Marley is to teach us and to teach Ebenezer Scrooge is the connection to people. That every action that you have, everything that you do is actually affecting everyone around you, and therefore the people around them. It's a butterfly effect. None of us actually exists in a vacuum. No man is an island. All these things are absolutely true. Every time you have a bad mood, you actually reverberate bad energy into the universe, and you actually can change the mood of someone near you. Even if they didn't hear you have your bad mood, they felt it. So what Jacob Marley is trying to teach Scrooge is, he actually says, line by line, yard by yard, talks about the chains that are hanging off of him, and each chain that is linked to the other link is actually another infraction on Jacob Marley's part. And Scrooge's chain is getting longer and longer and longer and longer, and Marley can see it and needs to come to him and tell him, now you gotta treat people better, because it's gonna affect you on the other side, because I'm on the other side and I can see that, and I actually wanna help you, because me being on the other side, if I help you, it'll help me. That's the whole gist of it, and it's actually the truth. It is the actual truth that people on the other side need us to do better for ourselves, so that we can actually help them do better for themselves on the other side, because we're connected to them, because we're all connected to each other. Thank you for watching this video. Now that was Jacob Marley. The next video is going to be the Ghost of Christmas Past, but you probably already knew that, right? If you have any comments, questions, what have you, please, I welcome them. I can be reached at trinityyogaandspiritualservices.com, trinityyogaandspiritualservices.com. I'm also on Instagram at Bobbi Rowntree Born Medium, and I'm on Facebook at Bobbi Rowntree Spiritual Medium. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope I hope it brought new ideas to you about something that is very old to you. Happy holidays. Namaste.